All right, ladies and gentlemen, I got your watch list coming in October 7th, 2019, and this is the most important week for the trade war. October 10th is when they begin, literally right before the weekends, and depending on what happens here, mixed with everything we've been seeing from the rate cut probabilities to the impeachment, all this stuff with the market, this has the potential to be a really, really big move, but at the very least, it's going to give us clarity. And we also have a bunch of data and kind of some weird stuff happening in the market for the first few days, which is going to kind of leave us with a wild card, and it has to do with Jerome Powell. So I'm excited for what this week has. I hope you guys are ready for this. It is going to be a little different than some of the other weeks we've seen. And also, you got to learn how to control the patience in this moment, simply because we are going to have a lot of eyes turned to this meeting. So depending on what we see at the beginning of the week, this is going to give us a lot of information moving forward. So I got your keys for tomorrow. We're going to go over the plays that we're already in. We've kind of discussed those and some of those rollovers, and then the plays we need for tomorrow. So before we do that, you guys know what you need to do. Drop your thumbs up on the video. Make sure you guys are ready to go. We are live Monday through Friday, 30 minutes before open. I'm going to see you here on this channel. And the most important thing you need to do, post your watch list below. Let us know what you're looking at, what you're playing, what you got in mind for this week, and be smart, be respectful, be positive. I hope you guys are ready for this. What really happens here is going to dictate a lot coming into this next 2 months or the end of the year coming into 2020. So right off the bat, the first thing that's probably going to have an effect on the market tomorrow and is going to give us something, it's part of the keys and it's something to watch out for. We're already seeing some negative talks regarding the deal. So they're going to meet up here, I believe, on Thursday. But there was this Bloomberg report that China has already came back trying to narrow the trade deal, and it's brought the futures down a little bit, down to like 2931, and went up. So really, it wasn't too big of a drop, and you could kind of see how it's already held up. You guys have seen, I was even surprised with the move on Friday there. You guys are seeing how this is going to play out. So the market might move a little arbitrarily up until we actually know what's going to happen, even off of any negative statements. But this is where you're even seeing, from a negotiation standpoint, China's low-key changing the deal right before it happens. And again, the impeachment stuff, it's going to be interesting to watch. So that's going to be the first thing we're going to be looking out for coming into tomorrow. But now, as far as the rest of the keys and something interesting, Jerome Powell is going to be speaking Monday through Wednesday at there's going to be another one of those Fed Listens events. He has a bunch of other things. Actually, if we see even the schedule, Monday he's giving brief remarks at the premiere of a film. Tuesday he's giving a speech about data dependence in an evolving economy at the 61st annual National Business Economists meeting. And then Wednesday he's having another one of those Fed Listens at a different place, and then they're going to release the meetings from last month. So now really the minutes could have an effect, and you guys have seen last time the minutes came out, it gives us more insight into the rate cut and what we saw, or the decisions they made last time. So the key that we're going to be watching here, and again, we saw this last week, anytime these probabilities change, when this number became lower, the market went down. When this market became higher, the market went up, as the market is going back and forth pricing in what they're expecting out of the rates. And again, hand in hand with what's happening with the trade deal, that is going to have an effect. So that's going to be one of the main things to watch for the week. But as we get into this, 3 opportunities of Jerome Powell speaking. We saw the minutes last time. Jerome Powell really didn't say much. There wasn't anything to really take out of it. So it's going to be interesting with 3 different speeches. What could he potentially say? I think there might be an opportunity for something to come out, but we will see. But then again, the minutes are going to give us more insight now into how the Fed's viewing this and whether it's really standing firm into this explanation of no more rate cuts for the rest of 2019. And that is going to be a really big key. So watch that. Then we got the trade talks at the 10th, with also now the balance of trade for China coming after. So this is where the market is going to be very weird, because, and even again, the strategy playing with this, I'm going to be looking at some credit spreads and some iron condors, but we might want to even wait towards the later end of the week. But again, that's why even right off the bat tomorrow, we're going to get an idea of how tomorrow and even up till Tuesday plays out. Is the market going to be a calm melt up or cuckening up until then, or is it actually going to move and be back up on the volatility horse? That is what's going to be very important. So watch out for that, but watch out for that data coming there and how the China stuff begins. Watch the currency, Mr. Yuan. We've been seeing him last time, and again, he doesn't move for no reason. So that would be the next thing. If the market is calm anyways, and we do see big movements in the yuan, that's going to be important. Watching the Fed futures pricing, because again, this is where divergence could occur. And then the next thing will be bonds. And, I'm really expecting this week to even see a lag. So the gold and silver stocks and bonds and what they do are going to be very, very important again as well, too. So watch that. Then you're going to get Germany and Britain. They're going to have their balance of trade later this week as well. And then towards the end of the week, we're going to get U.S. consumer sentiment and core inflation numbers. Those might have a bigger effect, and we'll see. But again, in relation to last week, we saw what this economic data at this crucial point with where the Fed is positioned, and without any more clarification, which hopefully we'll see from the minutes or not, but this data could be important. And again, even that at the very least, there was nothing really to take out of the last Fed minutes or the last time Jerome Powell spoke on Friday, except for inflation. And that's what they said. They said they need inflation for their tools to be there. So again, if inflation changes and we see the market respond, that's going to be a good clue to watch. So that is pretty much it. Let us get into the plays. As far as what to watch, I got Boeing up here. I think that's going to be a good one. I'm going to be watching McDonald's, Home Depot, and Walmart. They're all at these crucial spots because, again, over the last few weeks, this is literally the last 3 weeks where we've taken advantage of them being in this range. We've either sold the calls or the put spreads at the right time. Maybe we could even do an iron condor on here, but I'm going to look. Depending on how these move, I think these plays are going to be good. We're still sitting in a Home Depot. I think I don't have any more McDonald's, but I'm going to watch the range they trade in. Again, they hold their own weight within these value stocks, momentum, and all that, even Walmart as well. So we're holding that, and we're still holding the butterfly. We rolled over that spread on Apple. So if you guys didn't see that on Friday, we ended up losing on this play. So what happened, if you guys remember, we were up on it $60 right before. The day before, and even in the morning, it gapped up. I'm surprised Apple did what it did. Apple had a really big move. So again, the play is still in there, and I even think unless Apple really just runs away and goes crazy, it's easy to get murked on that. I'm still holding. I have old yearly call spread at like 215. Apple could do that, and again, like I've even documented the last few weeks, I said Apple's in a unique position, their buybacks, everything, so it kind of makes sense. But then also at the same time, the stock is high, the premiums are high. Whenever this turns around, that's going to be good for either puts as well as the credit spreads. Watch out for them, but it's the same play on the upside. But what I was able to do was get a similar credit and widen it. So we lost. Remember, we collected $111 and it closed. And again, unfortunately, I got assigned. It was weird. I don't know if it was a glitch, but it almost expired. And I think I ended up making a little bit of money off of it. I made like $70 at expiration due to it because it said we were down more, but essentially it's the same play now. And remember, we got $111 credit. If it closed out of the money on Friday, the max difference is $250, so we lost $140. So what did I do here? If we lost $140, I sold another one of these plays and I collected $189. So if I win on this play, we'll get our $140 back and make another $49. So that's why, and it got us till October 18th. And I did that because of the trade war stuff we got going on. But the best part was I was able to lower the range at the bottom, and I pretty much did the same call thing. So pretty much I need it to go under like 223, 224 by October 18th, and it can't go lower than 212 for us to win that money back. So that's the play I'm holding there. And then we also had the Facebook. Those are the ones I'm also in again. And I rolled this one. I think I was able to roll it over to the higher end, I believe. Or no, it was the exact same one. We just got, I think I only got an additional $20 credit, but this one, again, I like it, but I did this one really fast. I thought I had October 18th. I would have preferred that, but we got October 11th. Then I did the same thing again with the Disneys, and this one I widened it. So I was able to get more credit here, but I widened it by $1 more. Initially, I sold the 131, 129. I rolled over to the October 18th, and I widened it by $1 to collect more credit and be in that same trade because I think Disney will probably come up. But I'm going to be watching those new plays. I'm going to look for one of those higher credit ones on Home Depot, McDonald's, and all that. But we really have to see how they open out tomorrow. And then we got the Facebook, and then watch Boeing as well too. Again, all of these plays, high credit, or even in general, regardless, because now let's say the market does start moving and these start really moving in terms of their individual names, these could be good plays to pick up. So I'm going to watch that, but also watch for the volatility crush. We saw all that volatility. The market went back up. Puts went down, and the calls, they might not even be too expensive. So I'm going to be looking at those. Those will be the main ones. And then I want to watch healthcare as well too. Remember, we did both ways. We did an iron condor on this in a weird way. Remember, we sold the calls and then it fell down, and then I sold puts when it was here at the bottom. So watch if it stays in a range. There was that news last week with the bills being signed, but keep an eye out for healthcare, Anthem, UNH, and all those and how they move. And then, like I said, GLD, SLV, all of these now, you can see where they're holding up now. Watch what the market does and watch to see if there is a lagging effect. I think they're going to be very important alongside now XLF. watch what the banks are going to do. We saw Bank of America all over the place, how all these play out. And now this is what I'm saying, watch for a divergence, because you could even see how big this, Bank of America is making big swings. Take a look at TLT. TLT's at a crucial range here, and this is where I'm starting to think now, I need the prices to get cheaper, but this is going to start looking real good. But you see what TLT's doing. It's going crazy there. But now flip it to the reverse side. TLT and XLF, those are related. Those are moving big. But then look at SLV and GLD. They're kind of staying there. And then let's look at the overall general market. It's making a big move, kind of like the banks. So this is where divergence is going to be able to happen here with watch what the bonds and banks doing again. Now SLV, GLD, you see banks are moving. Look at TLT go. If you guys remember last time, overlay it with GLD. This was TLT. Gold started to stay. And then when TLT made the second leg, that's when gold started to run up too. And again, you could kind of see how they all balanced out. So gold held up a little bit better, and then they came down. But it's going to be a good one to watch this week. I'm usually late on there, so I want to see. And now, depending on if we could time it right and we could see how the trade deals are going to work, I would look for debit spreads on GLD or SLV, preferably SLV I like. And that's it for that chart. And then, like we said, watch the futures there coming into the morning. But now, as far as the other plays, these are going to be some of the more volatile ones. I forgot to put up Shopify, but watch Beyond. Again, I still think this one's at an interesting level, especially after that assignment. And it sucks, man. Somebody let me know. Not everybody got assigned on that play. Some people were able to cash out on it. I was like, what? You're crazy. So, but watch them. I think something's going on with them. It's not going to catch my eye too much unless it does make a big level. But Roku is kind of all over the place. So again, this is going to be a higher risk, high reward. The thing I like about this is that it's only $1 apart. So again, it's going to create an opportunity to both play the credit spreads or even a debit spread. But then if there's an opportunity to buy contracts, we could take full advantage of that. And then lastly, watch Disney and Netflix. I like both of them. I like where Disney's at. That's why we sold that play. Damn, it's already bounced to 130. Damn, so we got sold out of that. But there, again, we already made that play. So if Disney bounces up and gets back into that cuckening zone that I think it'll hold up and be good. I like that. And then Netflix as well, too. And Netflix has been making some pretty big moves, and I forgot what the news was over the week. I think on Friday, they got, it was that their second quarter guidance, or the last time they forecasted lower numbers, analysts were saying that the pickup might come back so that they lost members, and they forecasted lower members. Again, we've seen this Netflix sandbag heavy before, so essentially some people are saying that could be the case here and that the subscriber growth has actually picked up. So that'll be good for earnings. And again, don't forget, earnings is right around the corner. So a lot of these plays and how we set up are going to be very important. Again, how we could even sell premium coming into that. And as well, now you use the pricing on the option chain and see, does it make sense to even go long on some of these or wait? Do you agree with the market or not? But that is your watch list, ladies and gentlemen. Post your plays. Let us know what you're looking at. Stay hydrated, healthy, ready to go. Be positive. Be respectful. Be patient this week and do not force it. Timing is going to be very key. Utilize the strategies. Go over the spreads if you're not familiar. Go over even pricing options if you're not familiar, because again, now as you're seeing that first move occurred and we're coming into here now, pay attention to what the market makers are pricing in to now decide, do I go with the spreads or do I go with the contract? So again, hopefully you guys are seeing, we've been talking spreads. Don't forget about the other opportunities here, and you got to be smart because you guys are seeing how we've taken wins and losses on some of these spreads as well too. And again, how to keep yourself in the game. But I'm telling y'all, it doesn't matter if you make money, lose money, at least you're going to learn something. Don't stress. Let it come to you. Stay focused. Stay ready to go. Stay positive, please. And let's get back in the game and kill it, baby. So let's go.